Yes, Cliff. Good morning.
Munchie B, this is the blogger,
Yes.
the
Morning,
JLP
Cliff.
blogger.
Yes.
Oh, what you want with me, Munchie B? You want to
Morning
come blog
to
about
you.
me?
No. Morning to you, Cliff, and the staff and the viewers on YouTube and the listeners.
Good morning, Munchie B.
So in case I'm going to get you back for the rest of the year,
Uh-huh.
I want to publicly thank you, Cliff, on behalf of the labor rights bloggers
Oh,
for the hard work that you did throughout the year, especially during the election season. Thank you for choosing Jamaica.
me not
Because,
sure. Go on.
because, Cliff, now that the election is over, we can talk now. But I may tell you, say, Cliff, at one time when the PNP pinned with them, with them fake news and them propaganda, aided and abetted by them big media also they have. And me get nervous. And I tell you, we are 49 seats and I never confident.
Uh-huh.
So people like you and George Davis, who stand up and tell the people of Jamaica the facts and dispel the rumors and lies, they did a lot for the country and for the Jamaica Labour Party. You know, they can't publicly tell it, but they know me not shy. So we want to use this medium and take this opportunity publicly to thank you, Cliff Hughes and George Davis. The What's on My Mind program, awesome, excellent, well produced, well put together. Every morning we wake up and take the phone ready to tape it because we know that George come with something. Eat and teach every morning. So thank you, George Davis. Big up yourself. Big up the entire team. And please keep up. Well, we're not still keep up the good work because the band comes sleep on the radio and you know so you're that man. So yes,
you band come sleep on the radio?
Yes.
Munchie?
I like it. All right. But I go on the age. But people made it on the radio a long time.
Oh, Lord, that is not good.
Yeah, it is good. I remember
Really?
Impact. You know, last week I was watching the interview that you did with the Prime Minister in 20. I think it was after he lost the election against Portia. It is still very popular, and at least it was an excellent interview.
Oh, that was with Mr. Holness?
Mr. Holness, yes, Impact. I think it was a 3-part thing on YouTube, same way. Good interview. Yes?
Oh.
You asked some very good questions, and yeah, man, very good. As a matter of fact, that was the interview that won over the people of Jamaica to Andrew Holness.
Oh.
Telling me, it was a good interview.
So let me ask you something now. Now that the elections are over, you were very nervous at what point in the election that you may lose it?
Well, firstly, the Jamaica Labour Party did a couple of things that was wrong. The salary increase was not properly executed. The Road Traffic Act was not properly executed. Those two things will lost a lot of political capital right there.
Yes.
And then the Integrity Commission, what they did to the Prime Minister, and in my opinion, the Prime Minister took too long to answer and to respond and to try to clear his name. Yes. And it did a lot of damage to him. So those were the three things that frustrated the grassroots labor rights. They know we can't come out and cut the party.
But when it begs.
Yeah, man, we never like it because we know, say, the PNP, say, remember, Mark Golden went around the country daily and tell the people of Jamaica that Andrew thief, 28 bank accounts, 13 people, and it was dangerous. That is what cost us so many seats. It's not that the PNP did well, you know. People just never know what to believe. In the last thing, when we come out and the last of it now, that is what really kind of help us. And then with you explain to the people about the IC and explain that the Prime Minister, you know what, that helped, but that part was not good. And then now, Cliff, I'm going to tell you now, while Labour Rent is not happy, you know. Cliff, the debate.
Yes.
No. Look how most me drop them debate. I tell you, God keep me up. I'm never happy, Cliff.
Look how most of the drop down.
You know me, I'm going to tell you this.
Yes.
Look how most me see and
oh, the fee said, PNP, we did debate them.
All three. Everyone.
You get your belly come down.
You feel like a more sick man bringing me back place. Because naturally it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good look at all.
So
First debate, God for Matthew help we and,
yes.
put things together.
Yes.
The second debate,
Uh-huh.
oh Jesus. Ask me not urgent to Savior.
Yeah, I'm running belly.
Actually, that one that was worse. It was hard to watch.
But I have a friend who that said, Jesus, Cliff Pampers, my Pampers to me.
No.
Oh, dear. So what? Go ahead.
And then the third debate, the first half when the Prime Minister was just being told, coming on the Prime Minister, and I knew that he was going to go and try to be diplomatic. But that's not Mark. So the Prime Minister came to debate, Mark come to trace. But because me I watched Mark for over the years, I knew that he was coming with that. So, I think the Prime Minister never come to argue, but Mark come to argue. And the Jamaican people love these things because no negativity sell. So, man. So why? The debate was not a good look at all.
So at the end of the day, with those setbacks, setbacks is probably the best word to describe them, where the JLP wasn't shining, At the end of the day, what do you think made the difference?
I think the Prime Minister going on the ground to speak to the people personally, that made a big impact because the Jamaican people love the Prime Minister, and they want to hear from him. And in keeping silent over the months, years, people don't know how to believe. And when a person is silent in Jamaica, that means that they're guilty. Unfortunately, that's what silence means in Jamaica. If somebody gets to put their life on you every day, you walk past and not admit, not deny. You think people are going to just say, okay, me believe him? No. So the Prime Minister going on the road, talking to the people can ask him questions, that helps. And then the second thing that helps is the rural bus system. Thanks to Darrell Vaz. Excellent idea. Because Cliff, the rural, I say it all the time to the labor rights, Cliff. The Jamaica Labour Party is in rural Jamaica. That is our base. The hardworking people, the farmers, the people them who go out and look it. The urban area and town of PNP people them there. Handout, free light, ball to government. How we poor than the people that town people, because that is what PJ and Michael Manley and Portia teach them. So we need to cater to our base, and our base is rural Jamaica. The farmers, they want water, they want road, they want security, and they want rural bus security and Pitney school. That is our base. Can't lose that up.
Yeah. Well, don't. I would challenge you in one respect that in some urban centers, the political balance of forces is shifting. For example, in the corporate area, the PNP base in the corporate area now is below Torrington Bridge, below Halfway Tree, while the JLP vote base in terms of solid support is in the northern belt of the corporate area. If you look, the lower working and middle classes, because the upper class have abandoned the process, they no longer vote.
Which is unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
And they benefit the most from the government policy.
Yes, but if you look, if you can visualize with me, cut across Starrington Bridge, Crossroads, going north, all of those areas are represented by the JLP in Parliament. Nothing for the PNP. It's in the southern belt of that. You get the PNP, Paulwell in east. You get Julian Robinson southeast, Golding in southwest, Brownburg in southwest, Golding in southern, Brownburg in southwest. Everything north of that is Labour Party, which wasn't so at one time, So there's a rebalancing taking place, But you're right. The heart of the JLP support is in rural Jamaica, where the small farmers are, the people who are a little bit more industrious and self-reliant, Yeah, that's where
And
the
Cliff,
yes.
sorry, and I have an argument for what you just said, If we want the people in those areas come out of the mindset as, oh, we poor and we poverty, we poor and we pan handout and go to school, go to college, generation improve. Those people not voting back for the People's National Party. And that is where the shift come in those areas that they just talk about. Once them come out of the PNP mindset, start to go to Hart, start to go to university, move out of their mother house, those people stop vote to PNP. The ones that keep the PNP in power in Philip Powell's seat is the one them we don't want to pay a light bill, live on the gully bank, call government for everything. The one down Angela Brownberg for down there for 60 years, do not want to pay a light bill, living at the gully bank and a call from government. The one them on a mark goal into the government just go around there and spend $58 million to improve one of the houses around there from Siaga days. Nothing the PNP don't do. All the PNP do is and you don't love poor people. And it's the poor. And Lord, that is the mind. Why they come out of that mindset, Cliff? They're not voting back to PNP.
Yeah.
That is why this win that we win this time in a Cliff. We have the opportunity to change the mindset of this generation. Because we lost an entire generation under Percival, Noel, James, Pattison. And we cannot afford. That is why the Prime Minister wants to open up schools. Because we cannot have another generation have done.
Yeah. But how is that going to be impacted by what the country has suffered now from Melissa? That is going to undermine the developmental efforts in that regard. We have to go focus on just rebuilding.
Yes, and that is why we lent JPS the money, Cliff, so we can open up back the economy. You know what, Cliff, I don't understand with the PNP, and I would love for you to call your childhood friend, Philip Powell. Can you know, Cliff, not tell you the truth, you. Because if you and him go to school together and know each other personally, why can't come give you an exclusive interview, an exclusive sit-down, Cliff, so you can ask him some of the questions that you asked Malari last night.
Oh, you heard that?
Oh God, Cliff, you give him after the end of the interview, give him 1 6 out of the park. See, I don't know, Cliff.
No, man. Philip and I are good. We chat.
So asking for an exclusive, no, Cliff. We want to talk about the JPS license.
Yes. Okay.
Because it is important. Because Cliff, he gave an interview to the Gleaner, Cliff, and I can separate the message from the man. And those are very important questions that he's asking the JPS.
Yeah, but he makes himself available to us, unlike some of his comrade friends. Yeah, Philip Powell comes here, he interviews here. Yeah,
call him, Cliff, because we want him to explain to the people of Jamaica about the part that he said that JPS should tell the country at what period of time did they purchase the expensive fuel that they are now adding to our bill. What period of time? That is a very good question, Cliff. Even though we don't like him, we can separate the message from the man.
That's a very relevant question.
Yes.
All right, tell me to bring him in here one day and let's talk about the politics and JPS and his own future in the politics.
Yes. And what was going through his mind when he gave JPS that contract in 2016 that give them all these exclusivity and so what was his mindset? What was the position the country was in? What happened? Because he must can explain it to the country. It was a good thing to win Cliff. I want to know.
All right, Munchie. So how is the blogging going? How is it?
I'm on a little sabbatical now, because as I said, Cliff, the Cliff, I can make a little confession.
Hold on. Let me go to the break and come back with it. Being with us, a blogger, Munchie B, she tends to blog in support of the Jamaica Labour Party. Yes, are you there, Munchie B?
Yes, I am here, Chris.
So you said you're on a sabbatical? Why?
Yes, because I told you before that the election was so draining, Cliff. I had to take a break because I almost dead. I'm in a one day.
Really?
Yeah, it was bad, Cliff. It's all election night. I look at me, saw the orange up. Jesus, please. It was very stressing because the western side of the country results start coming first.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, Bunchie come in first and immediately the night spoil up. Bunchie wins. That was the first seat then called.
Mm-hmm.
And then when the West start go Harwich Cliff, he said, Jesus whip.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I come to St. James, I'm look at Mr. say, my Davis look good. And they never got cold fast enough for Malawi seat. And I said, Lord Jesus, what a night. What a rough night. What a rough night. Any labor right tell you say it wasn't a rough night then lying to you. It was. And then you know TVJ did not call election until all about 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
so,
we called it about minutes to 9.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
So no, I go on this. So yes, Cliff, so it was not a good look for us at all. I was glad we crossed it. Glad we get the third term. I think the fourth term is going to be easier enough, Cliff.
You think so?
Yes.
Well, depending on what you achieve effectively over the next 24 months.
Housing. So once we start out housing, because that is the number one problem in Jamaica right now. The squatters with PJ left give us. Now it is under problem. If the Prime Minister can get housing under control where people, low-income earners can own something and have a land title, people will have nothing to campaign on. Because remember, we're going to have crime down. Remember, the hospital is going to be finished and the road is going to be started. You know, tourism is going to come up again on the market. What am I going to campaign on? Housing is going to be what's going to carry us into the fourth term. Telling you.
Especially those areas that have been damaged by Melissa.
Exactly.
Roofing, housing, roads, rebuilding people's communities going to be critical.
Yes.
Yeah.
The middle class will not vote out a government that has crime under control. I'm telling you that the paint is going to be hard to get the middle class to vote for them when we have crime down at under 500. No way.
So you thought that played a pivotal role on September 3? It
played a pivotal role in central Manchester. I can tell you that, Cliff. Because when I go about in the constituency, the people may never meet before tell me say them will come out and vote for Rhoda because of the crime. My uncle-in-law that came from England 30 years ago have never voted in his life. And when he called me and told me to come bring him, go vote, crime is the reason why he voted. That is why Rhoda won the election. The middle class in Central came out for her. Because they liked that the crime was down. She fixed road, she do other things, but crime is what the Central Manchester people want, love. So I know middle class and a vote. They love voting, but when it affects them, they will vote.
Yeah.
Yes. So yes, Cliff. So Merry Christmas. So what are you gonna do for the Christmas now, Cliff?
You know, I have a lot of work to do for 2026, and I need to get some rest. I'm going to get some rest.
Yeah? So big Christmas dinner?
Yeah, we're gonna have the family dinner. Yes. So, but I'm not doing a whole heap of jumping up and down. I need to get some rest.
What you can't manage jumping up and down now?
Precisely. That pass me gone now.
But he's always the grandson because I know
Jackson's beautiful, wonderful. I'm almost walking now. Yeah. He's a joy of our lives now.
I know.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Munchie B. Thanks for calling. Yes, you'll be back at it come the new year.
Yeah, we have to be back at it because PNP no rest in a cliff, still them out already. Can't take no break, no love.
I hear you.
All right, Cliff, thank you.
Take care of yourself, Munchie B. Good.